Welcome to Iguazu Falls. So we are in a hostel. First time for us being in a hostel, but it seemed the right thing to do in South America. The building over there you can see is the kitchen. And there's seating outside. We haven't been into any of these places yet because we've just arrived. But what we do know more importantly is that there's a restaurant over there where they'll cook from 6 till 8, which is great because we actually don't have any food with us at the moment, which is not really what backpackers do. But anyway, so we are here, as I say, first time we've been in a hostel. The hostel is a literal 8-minute walk into the Iguazu Falls, which is phenomenal. Hotel prices are way over £100 a night in a lot of them, not necessarily all of them. But for us, we just wanted one night to be close before we move on tomorrow. So I'll just take you in. So it's exceedingly clean. You come through, you've got your own room. So this is us in, not 007, just 07. Mysteriously, here we are. I do believe there might be somebody hiding behind the door. You fool. So you've got somewhere to place your bags. There is a bunk bed in here. We don't have anybody sharing the room with us tonight, but in theory you could sleep 4 in here. Very basic, as you can see, but it's got a double bed, it's got clean linen, it's got towels, it's got an aircon unit, windows out, and then as you come round here, a very, very basic bathroom, toilet, shower, and sink. They do provide soap. That's the only thing that they do provide in here, but absolutely everything that we could possibly need for just one night. And in English pounds it was £23.77, and that includes a breakfast as well for both of us, said the voice behind the door.
Sorry, I'm behind the door.
Getting to the Iguazu Falls on the Brazilian side was really easy from our hostel. It was around about a 6-minute walk, straight down a path. It's signposted visitor centre. You go in, there's loads of people around to help you. There's self-service machines in all languages, and there's also a really helpful member of staff who just talks you through it. As you go through the machine to purchase the ticket, it is trying to upgrade you onto other things like helicopter trips, boat trips, do you want discount off meals, etc. We just opted for the hike that we're doing ourselves. It was 100 reals for the ticket each, which in English pounds worked out at £13.33. After you've got your ticket, you get it scanned by somebody. You then get onto a bus, which is what we're on now, and we believe it's about a 15 to 20 minute bus ride up to the falls, and that's all included in the price of your ticket.
We've now arrived at the falls. The double-decker bus with the lovely open top brought us down here. When you arrive, quite interestingly enough, there is a beautiful, beautiful hotel, the Falls Hotel, directly opposite the falls. It's the only one that is actually in the national park itself, and I do believe if you've got £500 a night, then you can stay here and you get additional access to the falls an hour before the general paying public. So if you've got some money you want to splash out, then this is a beautiful hotel to stay in.
Wow, we just turned the corner and that's what we've been shown by the wonderful nature of the world. This is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. We've been to Niagara. Admittedly, it was in a very snowy time of the year, and it was amazing. It was very beautiful, and it was.
I went with the children.
And the children? Oh yeah, we've been twice actually. We went on our own for our honeymoon, and then we also went with the children. It's not a great day today in terms of weather. It's very misty, hazy. It's very, very muggy. But there you go. That's the start of the Iguazu Falls on the Brazilian side. We left the Brazilian side of the Iguazu Falls this morning from our hostel, and then got an Uber, which was about £5, which brought us to the bus station. At the bus station, we then lost all our internet data connection, so was very lost and really felt like we were on Race for the World, didn't we? Because we hadn't got a clue what we were going to do.
Had no idea.
But we managed to find the luggage place and a very helpful man who spoke a little bit of English. And we managed to check in our 4 bags at £8 a piece, so that was great, which means
just over £1 each for a bag for a day.
Yeah, and that was really simple. They weigh it to make sure that they've not pinched anything out of it, because I think they must reweigh it when we collect it back from them, and they just needed a passport, took a photograph and have stored it away. As I say, we then had no data, and although we had read a little bit about how to find our way to Argentinian side of the falls, it was all very complicated. A tour guide from the hostel wanted 500 reals, which was £66, so we clearly weren't going to do that. somehow we have managed to get on a bus for 50 reals that is going to take us all the way to Puerto Iguazu. Now, Stuart has asked the man whether we need to stamp our passport in Brazil to get out of the country. And
So the man, we're talking about the bus driver.
Yeah, the bus driver.
The
bus driver. And he reassures us that we don't need to stamp our passport because we're leaving the country for less than 24 hours. And all we need to do is show our passport in Argentina and we will get in. Where we get off this bus, we have no idea. We think, obviously, Puerto Iguazu, but to get to the falls thereafter, we really don't know. So we are not really helpful if you're watching this video wanting information about how to get there. I guess the only positive that you can take from this is sometimes you just have to go with the flow, and if we do get there, then obviously going with the flow has worked.
Oh, and the other thing is we've run out of Brazilian reals, so we have no idea as to how we're going to get back from Argentina into Brazil, where our bags are, and our bus is booked tonight to Paraguay, to Asuncion. We don't know how we're going to get back. So
Well, we do, because you've said we'll just go to a cash point.
yeah, we're going to have to go to a cash point, everybody. Yeah, cash point.
That's it. We'll update you as we go. Welcome to Argentina.
Yes, we're there.
So that was simple. We stayed on the bus. We're still not convinced that we should have been stamped out of Brazil, because we did see a sign to say that we should, but the bus driver, who we've put our faith in, reassures us that we didn't need to. But anyway, we crossed over through Argentina, so everybody has to get off the bus. You go through passport control. You don't get the passport stamped. I don't think it was scanned.
I think it was scanned.
And then you put your bag through a machine, and then you walk out, and the bus
Back through a machine, as in like
a scanning machine.
A scanner, yeah.
And then the man, the bus driver, the man. He's going to be the man.
You're just going to call him the man, aren't you?
Yeah, the man, the bus driver, then has his bus checked to make sure that everybody's got off the bus, and then he pulls along a little bit and waits for everybody to get back on the bus. So, so far, so good. Simple process, doing it all completely independently. No tour guides helping us with this one today. We're just winging it, and so far, touch wood, we're doing all right, and the sun looks as if it might even come out. So we'll
just remember, all of our luggage, and we're talking all of our luggage, is now in another country.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing we have.
All our bags are in Brazil.
Is a bum bag.
Yeah.
That's what we've got.
Everything that we possess for the next 8 weeks is currently in Brazil, and we are currently in Argentina. But do you know what? We're going with the flow. We're chilled. And we'll update you as we go along on this, probably our most epic journey.
Probably a couple of cervezas might be in order later.
Definitely.
Right, update. Now, first of all, blue sky behind, absolutely fantastic. Still got still got our jackets on, but the sun's just come out and it's absolutely glorious. However,
Stuart forgot to bring the money with him. I'll repeat, Stuart forgot to bring the dollars to Argentina, because in Argentina apparently you can pay by card for everything. And guess what? You can't.
Yeah, bit of a faux pas. We've arrived in Argentina and we haven't got any money with us. So yeah, probably good to bring some money to Argentina. So we've made friends with a local taxi driver who has driven us from Puerto Iguazu out to the national park, and he's going to collect us later on and take us from here back across the border, back into Brazil, back to the bus station where all the money is. However, he's going to do that by payment of a card, which is great because it means that we'll get the blue dollar rate on the card. So yeah, bit of a faux pas, but today's one of those days whereby, I don't know, you got to roll with it. And seriously, I think before we get on our overnight bus tonight, I think Mrs. Gordon is going to enjoy some cervezas.
I think I'm going to enjoy a few cervezas.
So in the meantime, sit back, relax, and come and enjoy the Argentinian Iguazu Falls with us. You can get around the Argentinian side of the falls using this little train. It's not included in the entrance price. You have to buy a separate ticket for the train, and obviously as people who like to do things on a budget, we've decided not to. No, only joking. We just like to get the steps in. We want to get walking all the way there, so we're currently walking to the Garganta Falls, and these people are travelling on the train. The one thing I'd say about the trail so far is the amount of butterflies that are in this park. I mean, there are millions. They land on you all the time. The children back there were catching them in their hands. They're huge, they're beautiful. We've moved on now to the Circuit Superior, and when we came back from doing the last circuit here in the Argentinian side of the falls, we were told by one of the rangers that the path we've just been walking on has been closed for the last few days due to some pumas being around and about and on the paths, and they are quite partial to children, I think is what he was trying to say to us. His English was absolutely perfect, by the way. But yeah, certainly children shouldn't go on that path. So they kept all humans away because, yeah, the pumas might like them. If you look across to the other side of the falls from here now, you can see the pink hotel that we was outside yesterday when we arrived on the Brazilian side of the falls. We're directly opposite there now, looking across, and yeah, we're doing the upper trail now. The pathways here as we travel across the falls are just incredible. Every single fall on this Argentinian side has these amazing bridges, and you can just walk across the top. And these are the ones we were looking at yesterday from the Brazilian side. Across on the opposite side there into Brazil, you can see where our trek started yesterday, and it headed across into the distance where you can see the building with the Brazilian flag. So now we're just going to walk across the top of all of those falls. And I have a very, very, very happy wife who loves rainbows, and she might have something to say.
This is just the best. It's a rainbow across the largest waterfall in the world, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. The sun is shining, the butterflies are out. Like, what more could you want? It's quite emotional. Very long day, but worth every single moment. We are now back in Foz de Iguazu bus station. We are now almost starting the day, ending the day as we started the day, because we're waiting for a bus. But this time we do know what bus we're getting, and we're also booked on it because it's the overnight book, and we're bus, and we're on our way to Paraguay. But it was eventful today, wasn't it, Stuart?
It certainly was. Having forgotten the dollars, having forgotten the pesos, having forgotten the reales.
Stuart forgot all these things.
We walked along the... Well, first of all, we tried to do a Western Union transfer, but that wasn't really working. We ended up in a coffee shop in Argentina, and
I ordered what I thought was one black coffee and a coffee con leche, and we ended up with 2 black teas, a jug of hot milk, and a coffee con leche.
Yeah, it was just all a bit weird, wasn't it? So we went out for a walk to try and see if we can find a bank to get some money so that we could then get to the falls. And that wasn't working very well. Well, in actual fact, literally as we started walking on the road, we saw a lovely taxi driver. By the side of the road, his name is Dario, and we had a little bit of a chat with Dario, told him our problem, and he said for what effectively was about 30 quid, 35 quid, he would take us to the falls, drop us off there. Didn't realise how far it was. It was quite a journey from Puerto Iguazu out to the national park. He took us out there, dropped us off. We then did all the things that you've just seen a few minutes ago on the video, all those beautiful falls and what else, which I've got to say
was amazing.
Literally brought a tear to the eye, because it was probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in nature in my entire life. Far better on the Argentinian side than what it was on the Brazilian side. And then he picked us up.
Yeah.
He then brought us back to Foz do Iguaçu, which is on the Brazilian side. which meant we had to go through immigration in Argentina, which he arranged for us. He did,
he
all
was
that.
great.
He was brilliant. And then when we got to immigration in Brazil,
we just drove on through.
We drove-
Not that we're sure that that's what should have
We
happened,
didn't stop.
but we never stopped. So
he just said, did you stop here earlier? We said,
No.
And he went, oh, okay. And we just drove straight through. Literally, the Brazilians have no idea that we've been to Argentina for the day. So that's
No.
it. Yeah.
But-
So which side of the falls? Let's get that done.
Argentina side of the falls,
100%.
100%.
100%.
And I would say don't forget your dollars. Because even if you haven't got pesos, you definitely need dollars. And I guess don't rely on the fact that Western Bank, you are going to be able to transfer
Western
money,
Union.
Western Union, that you're going to be able to transfer money and get it all sorted. Do you know what? We thought that was going to be really easy, and it wasn't. So I'm sure it's very different in Buenos Aires.
I think as well, it was his internet connection as well wasn't
Yeah,
very
maybe.
good, was it?
But the message is really, bit of hard cash doesn't go,
Don't-
does go a long way.
Don't leave thousands of dollars in a rucksack in Hostel Iguazu bus station.
Yeah, there's also
that's possibly.
There's also that story.
Although in saying that, when we got back to Hostel Iguazu, picking up the luggage was really easy.
Yeah, really easy.
Checked it in really easy. Picked it up really
yeah,
easy.
it
and
was very secure, obviously.
It was very. Yeah, and we've got all our money back.
And we've got all our money. So, this is us signing off, ready now for our hopeful journey to Paraguay.
Overnight bus.
Another overnight bus.
See you in a bit.